What if I told you there's a simple, ancient movement, no machines, no equipment, no gym membership that can build core strength, sharpen your focus, reverse chronic stiffness, and yes, even support your hormonal vitality? Sounds like a miracle claim, right? But the secret is real, and it's been waiting for you in plain sight. Welcome back to Senior Health Over 60, where we expose the simple truths about thriving in your later years. Most people over 60 are chasing complex, expensive solutions for problems that demand simplicity. We spend hours on cardio only to struggle getting off the floor. We buy supplements for energy, yet still worrying about losing our balance. This is the aging paradox, and it stops today. The movement we're talking about is called the horse stance or Mabu. While it may look passive like just standing, don't be fooled. This ancient pose has been the foundational secret of martial artists and healers for centuries, precisely because of its silent, profound power. It forces your mind to stay still when your body wants to quit, building mental resilience and functional strength simultaneously. Here is the kicker, and this is why you must stay with me. This exercise only takes 2 minutes a day, and what it does for your joint health, your ability to prevent falls, and your below-the-belt vitality will completely surprise you. In fact, we'll reveal one benefit that virtually no one in mainstream fitness discusses, but every single person over 60 needs to know. Stick with me, you're about to discover the 4 pillars of transformation unlocked by this pose, including the hidden secret to hormonal balance. Before we dive into the steps, drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments. We want to hear from our global Senior Health Over 60 community. After the age of 60, the strength in your legs is not a luxury, it is quite literally your life support system. It determines whether you can get up from a low chair without using your hands, climb a full flight of stairs without wincing, and most crucially, walk confidently without the constant, lurking fear of losing your balance. Losing this strength means losing your independence. The horse stance is the answer. It is a powerful, yet gentle power station for your entire lower body. When you carefully sink into this balanced position, your major muscle groups, the quadriceps, the glutes, the hamstrings, and the calves all fire up at once. But here is the critical difference. It uses isometric tension instead of fast, repetitive movements that cause wear and tear. Isometric tension is strength built through stillness. This is the perfect combination for the aging body. It's gentle on the sensitive cartilage in your joints, but intensely challenging to your muscles. Unlike high-impact exercises that can often wear down your knees and hips, the horse stance builds density and endurance without the pounding. It ensures that the strength you build is functional strength, the kind that immediately translates into real-life tasks. From carrying heavy groceries to reacting instantly to catch your balance on a wet floor. Just 2 minutes a day of holding this stance can restore foundational power that you might have assumed was lost forever. But the benefits extend far beyond just muscular strength. The horse stance is a master trainer for your body's sensory system. It helps retrain your body's internal GPS, known as proprioception. When you stand in this position, your muscles and joints send continuous feedback signals to your brain, telling it exactly where your body is in space, how much tension is required, and how to stay centered. You are not just building muscle, you are teaching your brain to be highly aware of your body's position. This constant, subtle recalibration is the key to preventing falls. Falls aren't just accidents, they are often a failure of the proprioceptive system. When you lose proprioception, you start reaching for walls just in case. The horse stance is the quiet antidote. By holding still, you are actively engaging and strengthening the neural pathways responsible for this vital sense. This builds a grounded, steady feeling that radiates into everything you do. You replace apprehension with confidence. You replace hesitation with decisive movement. When you lose proprioception, you start reaching for walls just in case. The horse stance is the quiet antidote. By holding still, you are actively engaging and strengthening the neural pathways responsible for this vital sense. This builds a grounded, steady feeling that radiates into everything you do. You replace apprehension with confidence. You replace hesitation with decisive movement. It means building smarter and ensuring your legs remain your most reliable, powerful allies for lifelong independence. This pose is the insurance policy against losing the ability to live life on your own terms. Now that we've grounded your independence with the power of your legs, let's talk about the central hub of your body, your core. Most people, thanks to decades of fitness marketing, think of core strength as six-pack abs, a purely aesthetic goal. But here at Senior Health Over 60, we know that after you pass that milestone age, the function of your core shifts dramatically. It's no longer about looking good. It's about stability, posture, protecting your precious spine, and ensuring you can stay upright and pain-free. Think about your last long flight, a drive in the car, or even just standing in a museum. Did your lower back start to ache after 20 minutes? If the answer is yes, you need to understand this second pillar. The horse stance is a genius solution because it quietly works your entire core, not just the muscles in the front, but also your vital side muscles, the obliques, and the deep, often neglected muscles of your lower back. When you hold this stance correctly, your body is forced to self-stabilize. You cannot lean forward, twist, or collapse. The subtle tension required to maintain that perfect alignment is your core firing on all cylinders. This is core endurance, the type of strength that doesn't just look good in a mirror, but reliably holds you upright throughout your day. Here is why this shift from aesthetics to endurance is crucial. A strong, resilient core significantly reduces the pressure placed on your lower back. This means less pain when you sit or stand for extended periods, and smoother, less tiring movements for everyday tasks, like turning to check your blind spot while driving or simply getting out of bed in the morning. And unlike aggressive crunches or demanding planks that constrain the neck or shoulders, the horse stance builds this power without the risk of acute injury. It's the quiet, behind-the-scenes power that keeps you standing tall and pain-free. After 60, your core isn't cosmetic, it's foundational. We now transition to the second major component of this pillar, joint longevity. As we age, our joints often become the first to loudly complain. Knees ache, hips stiffen, and simple movements start to feel heavier. The biggest reason people stop exercising is fear of hurting their joints. But what if you could strengthen your joints without grinding them down? The horse stance offers exactly that safe, effective path. Unlike exercises that involve repetitive motion and high impact, which wear out cartilage, this pose builds strength through stillness. This principle is known as isometric loading, and it gently conditions the tendons and ligaments, the strong, fibrous structures that hold your joints together when you hold the stance. Your hips, knees, and ankles are engaged in perfect, gentle alignment. This creates just enough tension to trigger biological adaptation, but not enough to cause strain or inflammation. Over time, this improves joint integrity, drastically reduces stiffness, and helps your body naturally prevent injury from unexpected slips or missteps. Think of it as building internal scaffolding, silent support structures that keep you mobile and resilient. If you, our dedicated Senior Health Over 60 viewer, have ever skipped exercise because you were worried about your knees or hips, this movement is your perfect solution. It offers a powerful way to build strength around your joints, not against them. Furthermore, we must address hip mobility, which is closely linked to joint pain. Tight hips pull on the lower back, compress the spine, and throw your entire body out of alignment, often leading to chronic pain that seems unrelated to the hips themselves. The horse stance targets this directly as you lower your hips. The joints gently open, stretching the muscles and connective tissue around the pelvis safely and gradually. You don't need aggressive deep lunges or contortionist yoga poses. Even a shallow horse stance helps loosen those hips over time. More open hips mean less stiffness in the morning, less pain throughout the day, and more confidence in your movement. Your joints don't need to be replaced with age. They just need the right kind of smart, gentle, and consistent training. Now that we've secured your core and protected your joints, let's move to the most surprising benefit, a true game changer for anyone over 60 looking to feel more like themselves again. We're talking about the hidden, vital link between the horse stance and your internal health. We have traveled from your feet to your hormones. Now, for the final, most profound benefit of the horse stance, the one that makes it a lifelong habit, not a temporary fad. While the first three pillars focused on physical transformation, this fourth pillar is dedicated to the mind. The horse stance is not just exercise, it is training for the mind. Most physical exercise focuses on moving the body. The horse stance does something far more powerful. It trains your mind to stay still and centered when everything inside you is screaming to quit. This pose is a direct, honest negotiation between your will and your discomfort. Think about it, after just 30 seconds of holding the horse stance, your legs begin to shake, your thoughts start to race, and your brain sends urgent, panicked signals telling you to stop. But when you stay, when you breathe deeply, and when you focus your gaze, something fundamentally shifts. You are no longer just building muscle, you are building mental resilience. Science validates this approach. By intentionally practicing sitting with discomfort and choosing not to panic, you are strengthening the neural pathways that regulate emotional response. This is the kind of toughness that doesn't just make you better at exercise. It carries over into life. When financial stress hits, when plans fall apart, or when you face unexpected loss, your mind is steadier, more anchored. You have proven to yourself, in the quiet solitude of your own living room, that you can endure momentary discomfort for a long-term reward. This is why the horse stance often serves as emotional armor for those who practice it consistently. How long do you think you can hold that initial 30-second burn? The challenge is not physical, it's mental. And every time you push through that 30-second mark, you are depositing courage into your emotional bank account. Now, let's address the final, most practical component of this pillar, sustainable simplicity. The greatest workouts in the world are useless if they don't get done. For our senior health over 60 community, sustainability is the key to real change. The modern fitness industry has conditioned us to believe we need complex, hour-long routines, loud music, and expensive equipment. This complexity is often the very reason we quit. The horse stance is the ultimate rejection of this complexity. It is your gym in your body, no dumbbells, no yoga mat, no mirror wall required. Just you, a bit of quiet space, and 2 minutes. This simplicity ensures that the habit actually sticks. You can do it in your bedroom, on your patio, or even barefoot in the kitchen while your coffee brews. Because it takes less than 2 minutes, it becomes psychologically accessible. There are no hour-long warm-ups, no driving to the gym, and no excuses. The profound life lesson here is this: small, consistent actions change lives far more effectively than massive, sporadic efforts. The discipline of doing one small, hard thing every single day, like standing still when your mind says enough, compounds into decades of functional strength and inner calm. This isn't just convenient, it's the most sustainable path to longevity. We have now revealed all 4 foundational pillars. You have seen how this simple, 2-minute movement secures your independence, fortifies your joints, restores your vitality, and sharpens your mind. You don't need a gym membership, you need a habit. And this one is so accessible, there's truly no reason not to try. The knowledge is now yours. The choice to live stronger, more centered, and more resilient is entirely up to you. We have now reached the end of our journey. We've proven that your future mobility and vitality don't depend on complex machines or expensive routines. They depend on the choice you make right now. We've shown you how the horse stance secures your legs, fortifies your core, restores internal vitality, and builds mental armor. The knowledge is yours. The time for excuses is over. It is time to translate this wisdom into action. Are you ready to accept the 30-second horse stance challenge? Here is exactly how you start. Find a quiet space. Place your feet about twice shoulder width apart. Turn your toes out slightly and slowly sink down as if sitting on a high stool. Keep your back straight, chest lifted, and your knees tracking directly over your toes. Focus on your breath. Now, a crucial message from Senior Health Over 60. If you have recently had surgery on your knees, hips, or back, or if you have uncontrolled high blood pressure, please consult your doctor or physical therapist before attempting this pose. Safety is always paramount. For everyone else, stand up now, find that quiet space. Don't wait for the perfect moment, make this moment perfect. We know those 30 seconds will feel challenging, your legs will shake. But remember, this discomfort is the feeling of you getting stronger, more centered, and more resilient. You are actively investing in your independence. Call to action and community building. Senior Health Over 60 wants to witness your commitment. The challenge: try the horse stance right now. See how long you can hold it with proper form. Drop your time in the comments below. Let us know your first score. Your commitment inspires everyone else in our community. We are building a movement of proactive seniors, not sitters. Join us. Don't forget to subscribe to Senior Health Over 60 for more proven secrets and gold standard advice on living independently and powerfully after 60. Thank you for investing in your future self. We will see you in the next video, standing taller, stronger, and more confident than ever before. Go take your stance.